So you may have seen headlines like foreclosures surge 180% and the housing market is set for another crash. Well, I have information that paints a far different picture of the number of foreclosures in the US today. So stay tuned. Welcome to Rockin Real Estate News, where we answer what's rockin' in Daytona Beach real estate. I'm Alice Cooper, and today we're talking about the increasing foreclosures in today's housing market and what that means for the future of the market and why putting those numbers into context is really important. In March of 2020, the government rolled out the CARES Act. Now, this allowed millions of homeowners to pause their mortgage payments using the forbearance program. And the goal was to help homeowners financially amid all the uncertainty during COVID. At the time, many experts were concerned that a forbearance program would result in a wave of foreclosures, similar to 2008. But luckily, now that some time has passed, we're seeing the possibility of a wave of foreclosures to be highly unlikely. Recent data shows that most homeowners are exiting their forbearance plan with either fully caught up or with a plan from their bank to restructure their loan payments in a way that allows them to start making payments again. So let's take a look at this graph from the Mortgage Bankers Association. This graph shows the foreclosure exits through March 31st of 22, and 30% were paid off in full, while 45% were able to work out a plan. And for those who are exiting the forbearance program without a plan in place, many will have enough equity to sell their homes instead of facing foreclosure. Due to rapidly rising home prices over the last 2 years, the average homeowner has gained a record amount of equity in their home. Nationwide, that average of homeowners' equity that they've gained is estimated somewhere around $56,000 in equity over the last year. One of the benefits of the forbearance program that's seldom reported is it gave homeowners that were facing difficult times an extra 2 years to get their finances in order and work out a plan with their lender. That actually helped prevent the foreclosure that normally would have happened in the market had the forbearance program not been in place. So let's take another look at a visual that shows us the number of foreclosures before the pandemic and today. Even as people leave the forbearance program, there are still far fewer foreclosures happening today than before the pandemic. That means while there are more foreclosures now than compared to last year, the number is still well below what we would normally see in a typical year. It's also worth noting that when the foreclosures in 2008 hit the market, they added to the oversupply of houses that were already for sale. It's exactly the opposite today. Because our inventory is so low, the current market can easily absorb new listings. Now, I'm not suggesting that a wave of foreclosures would be a good thing, but it's definitely different than the market was 15 years ago. Even if 1 million homes entered the market, there still would not be enough inventory. Bottom line, if you see headlines about the increasing numbers of foreclosures, remember context is important and percentages can be misleading. Just for the sake of illustrating my point, if you have one foreclosure in the market and you add a second foreclosure, that's 100% increase. That sounds big. And while it's true the number of foreclosures are increasing, they're far well below the pre-pandemic numbers. And this is a good indicator that the normal market is coming our way. And until next time, rock on rock stars.